sponsored by Lion's Corner House Cakes.
Hello to you, welcome to another week of Countdown. Remember on Friday, everyone round the table, all my guests and friends, they were all going off to have exciting weekends. I didn't really have much to do, but I've had a really, actually, Carol, I've had a really good time because I've been reading a copy of The Tatler, which has been sent to me, which I'm sure you're familiar with, but probably not this Tatler. This is the Wet Wang Tatler. And you know I'm always going on about Wet Wang. Well, it is a really, a village that really exists. It's in the Yorkshire Wolds in the East Riding. And this is just a wonderful magazine. And it's like a microcosm of English village life, all that's best. So can I just give you a little reading?
Yes, please do.
Just at random. Page 9, the monthly cake store continues to be a truly welcome addition to village life. It takes place at 11 o'clock a.m. on the first Saturday monthly at Walnut Tree Farm, where there are delicious homemade cakes, pies, chutney and pickles for sale, plus occasional local produce from the gardens. Results have continued to give enormous help in meeting the heavy commitments of the parish church. We are grateful indeed. Another popular feature is the serving of coffee and biscuits from 11 till noon, so that friends may meet and chat in the comfort of Mr. and Mrs. Bentley's home. Isn't that just wonderful? Doesn't it make you just feel good and proud to be...
Well, have they ever invited you?
Well, no, they haven't actually.
No.
No, all right.
They're all obviously people of taste.
Oh, no. They're lovely. I'm going to give occasional readings from the Wet Wang Tatler, and I'm determined to make this magazine one of the best read and most sought-after magazines in the land. In fact, I shall write a book about it. In fact, I shall write a film about it, and I shall star in the series. And I won't have you in it because you were rude about it. Right, who we got here joining us? We have two people as always. We have champion and challenger. Start the week with a new champion, which is always nice. Welcome, a young man. Champion Daniel Summers and lady challenger Helen Ross. Welcome, Daniel and Helen. Well, 16-year-old Daniel from Baldock in Hertfordshire. Very good, tight game, Daniel, on Friday, and with just slow scoring, but it was really tense the whole time. Good nail-biting stuff, traditional countdown stuff. So you're in the chair, so we look forward to a good programme again. But here's Helen Ross. We met Helen, of course, on Friday. She's from Poole in Dorset, married with 5 children, and she works as a state-registered nurse. She enjoys listening to folk music and reading anything by the author Alan Coren. Well, I tell you this, what he did was he did Ruislip. He did things for Ruislip, didn't he?
Well,
yes.
sorry,
Yes.
My tongue stuck to the
What's
top of
that
my
place he
mouth.
writes about? What's his place? Well, whatever Alan Coren did for that place he writes about, I'm going to do the same for Wet Wang. He does write about Ruislip, I think. Helen also likes to spend some of her spare time in the garden. So she's hoping to make the most of her opportunity to come up smelling of roses. So good luck, Helen. You sound like an epitome of English village life as well, so you'd fit in well in Wet Wang. Now, in Dictionary Corner, we have this gentleman. On Friday, he hit winning form with the 8-letter word gasoline. Gasoline. There's some good words, actually, so we thought diesel do again for today. So back with all hands to the pump, it's the 4-star Rick Wakeman with the girl who's nobody's fuel, Anna Eaton. Welcome, Rick and Anna.
There you go.
Do you realise what you've done, Richard?
What have I done, Rick?
Well, there's going to be 4.5 million countdown viewers now going to Wet Wang to knock on Mr. and Mrs. Bentley's door for morning tea and coffee.
They will.
And it's all your fault.
No, I think they'll all have a lovely time when they get to Wet Wang. They really will. They really will. Right, I've just got a bit of ice in my mouth if you think what I'm doing. Right, ready to go, everybody? Good. Off we go, Daniel.
Consonant, please, Carol.
Thank you, Daniel. Oh, what a great start. X.
And a better one, please.
I'll try. Just for you. L.
Thank you.
XL.
A vowel, please.
Which is what you do in this game. The E.
Another.
I.
And a third.
And A.
Consonant.
N.
Consonant.
M.
Consonant.
T.
And another consonant, please.
And that is R.
Right, Daniel. Helen, here we go. Right, Daniel.
I'll try an 8.
You're trying an 8. Good lad. Yup. Helen, what?
I'm stuck on a 6,
You're
I'm afraid.
exploding here next to me. No, what? You're stuck on a 6. What have you
I'm
got?
afraid so, mantle.
Mantle. Mantle. Daniel.
Tram line.
Tram line. Yes?
It
Absolutely.
certainly can.
Yeah.
It's
And
allowed in
Yeah.
the singular.
That's all right, that's good.
there's an anagram of that as well, which is terminal. I suppose the two are
Yes,
connected.
at the end of the tram line.
Yeah.
Very good.
Well,
Excellent.
that's excellent. Well done. OK, Helen. Well, a bit of a shock for you there.
Not a very good start, was it? Okay, I'll start with a consonant then, please, Carol.
Thank you, Helen. T.
And now a vowel,
A.
another consonant,
W.
and another vowel,
I.
another vowel,
O.
another consonant,
L.
another consonant,
V.
another vowel,
U.
and another consonant.
Thank you, Helen. And that's, oh, dear me, J.
All right, Helen. Here we go. Yes, Helen.
6.
6 is Helen. Daniel.
And 6.
And 6. Right, Daniel 6.
Jovial.
Jovial for 6. Helen.
Outlaw.
Outlaw. Outlaw, jovial. Yep.
Yeah, both excellent.
Yep, they're fine, both of them.
Yeah, we couldn't find any more, so that's...
Yep, 6 is a winner.
Yeah. OK. All right, that's fine. Jovial, outlaw for 6. And Daniel, letters, please.
I'll start with a vowel, please, Carol.
All right, thank you. E.
And a consonant.
B.
And another.
K.
Consonant.
N.
Vowel.
I.
Vowel.
O.
Consonant.
D.
Consonant.
T.
And another consonant, please.
And final one, Daniel, which is N.
And thank you. Here we go. Round number 3. Time for you to say, Daniel, how many?
6.
6. Helen?
And 7.
7, right. 6, Daniel.
In debt.
I wonder if that's 2 words. I don't know. But we'll look at that. 7 is
Intoned.
intoned.
Well, in tones, certainly,
Certainly
is fine. In debt,
Yes, unfortunately, it's only indebted. So we can't
Yeah.
allow in debt.
If you're in debt, it is 2 words. You're in
Yes,
debt.
you're
Yeah.
indebted.
but in tones, great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really good. 7.
Good. So you stay on 14. You move up to 13, Helen. And it's your number. Actually, Helen, why you were confused, and I apologise, it wasn't Ruislip. It was Cricklewood, isn't it?
Yes, that makes more sense.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, that did throw
Yeah.
me a bit. Yeah.
I mean, all these places in the south are all the same to me, you know. You've seen one, you've seen them all. Haven't you? But it was, you know, it was Cricklewood.
It was, yes.
Okay, apologies to Alan Corin. Number Street.
Can I have one large and any 5 others, please? Jim?
Okay. Don't you love an unbiased Yorkshireman? Marvellous, I think. Okay, here we go. 1 and 5. 9 and 2. 3 and 100. And the target is 143.
143, 143, everybody. Here we go. General relaxation all round here. I think one or two of us can get 143. Let's have a look, Helen. Can you?
Yes, 143.
Good. Daniel?
143.
Okay, Helen. Have you? The floor is yours.
Okay. 9 5s are 45.
9 times 5 is 45.
Add them to the 100
Yep.
and take the 2 away.
Absolutely right. 143.
Good. Daniel?
5 plus 2 is 7.
Oh.
5 plus 2 is 7.
9 minus 3 is 6.
That is 6.
Multiply, you get 42.
Yep.
Add on 1 is 43. Then add the 100.
Right. Very good. 143.
Okay, well done. Well done. 24 and 23. And I know you're dying to know, before I hand over to Richard, but salt bins, the salt bin on Northfield Road has now been provided. The cemetery gates, it has been reported that the cemetery gate hinges require altering. The work required is to be discussed with the Fishers. I don't know who the Fishers are, but they're going to sort out the cemetery gates in Wetwang, so it's, things are looking good in Wetwang.
Except if you're Mr. and Mrs. Bentley. Yeah. This little story, Rich, is one of my favourite anecdotes of all time. It's not mine, it's from an actor friend of mine who wishes to remain nameless. And it involves the nightmare scenario that I'm sure everybody has been in at some time. When you meet somebody, perhaps you haven't seen for a long time or only met a couple of times, you remember the face and you can't remember their name. And you desperately fish around to try and find out what their name is. And this involves this particular actor friend of mine and another well-known actor who'd been to a big performance at a theatre, and there was a big reception afterwards with lots of very famous people there. And this friend of my friends had had a bit too much to drink. Not enough to be falling over, but enough to just be slightly inebriated. And they were talking to this lady, and it was blatantly obvious that this chap knew who this lady was, but he couldn't remember her name. She was also aware that he couldn't remember her name, and was making it even more difficult for him. And he kept trying all the different sorts of clues to try and find out where he might have met her before. And suddenly he had this sort of piece of inspiration that he'd met her with her mother. And he suddenly said, tell me, how is your mother? And she said, fine, she's still the Queen. It was Princess Anne.
Good. Good, good, good. Okay, 23 and 24, we'll leave it there with that glimpse of regal life, and be back for more hot stuff in part 2. Thank you.
Countdown, sponsored by Lyons French Sandwich.